Yeah.
Right?
It's a bit fascistic. Yeah, that sounds bad. I was wondering if you could elaborate on the all speech is free speech thing.
Okay, so I've been told I should clarify it. So I think if someone has said something that has actually caused violence, then we should decide if there should be punishment in that. But if someone has said something like a criticism of someone, and someone said, "Oh, this is hate speech towards me," that was still the person who said it in the beginning. That is still their free will to say that, right?
Yeah.
So we shouldn't outlaw criticism.
Do you think we should create like a not a template, but a way to recognize what kind of speech is harmful to people, and then, or do you think it should be based on the outcome of the statement?
You could base it on the outcome of the statement.
Because if you take
But, yeah.
let's I'm not gonna ask you to agree with this, but if we presuppose that what Donald Trump said before January 6th did cause January 6th, if a regular person said that, we probably shouldn't throw them in jail because they're not actually affecting anything, right?
Okay. But
so perhaps
okay, well we should.
The consequence is the important thing.
What our government is doing right now with these hate speech laws that they're trying to introduce, they're basically giving them an arbitrary power, like hate speech. Not everyone agrees on what hate speech is, and probably our government doesn't either. So it's going to be this arbitrary power, right, in the hands of our government.
I'm not familiar with the new hate speech laws.
Okay, so they are introducing a couple of really controversial bills. So Bill C8 gives them the power to cut off anyone's telecommunications provider and their contact to the outside world if the government deems them as a threat in any way.
Wow.
So that's
Is that the exact wording?
Well, that's basically the abbreviation of it. So it's an act to amend telecommunications bill, it's a bill to amend the Telecommunications Act and basically give them the power to tell the telecommunications provider, this person, we deem them as a threat. No matter what that threat might be, we deem them as a threat, cut off their telecommunications provider, cut it off, right? So that bill would do that. But then we have Bill C9, where they're basically, it's an act to amend the criminal code and include hate speech as a crime, and someone could actually go away for life, based on some of the things that they're saying. And it's very arbitrary. They don't explicitly say, they may include a few things like the swastika as if you displays this is a hate speech and therefore you could be criminalized for it and go away for 2 years, or stuff like that. But their main premise as far as what is hate speech is not very clearly defined.
Yeah.
So it's an arbitrary power, and we already criminalize people for making threats and things, right? So it's not about that. So we already have that power. It's not about that. It's about actual what we consider hate. So, which could be anything from criticizing the government to criticizing a people group.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a bit fascistic. That sounds bad. I'm primarily I focus on economic issues primarily because I think that's where the most good can be done. I'm not too well versed in the cultural aspects.
I encourage you to look up Bill C8 and C9. They are quite significant bills, and it's quite a good deal of power to be placing in the hands of our government. Even if you could argue that it was a force for good to say remove, I don't know, terrorist groups or something. Even if you could argue that, it also can be just as much a force for bad.